Alright, Shalom. Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Mokwakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Alright, today we're going to get right into it. We're going to go into the false prophets. Okay, because there's a lot of false prophets, out there. You have your different, religions, Christians, you got your Catholics out there, Jehovah's Witness, but you also have your false Israelite groups out there, that are giving the rest of the other Israelite that are sincere out here, a bad name, and so those of you that are barely coming into the fold, you're barely waking up to the truth, to your true biblical nationality, that you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible, according to the Scripture, according to God's Word, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. That you gotta understand that there's false prophets out there. You have, prophets who are infiltrated by agents. You got false prophets who are set up under a 501c3 charter. It's like a muzzle. They can't tell you the truth. And the first indicator that lets you know that you're not getting the 100% truth is that they're not teaching in the name of Yahweh Shai. They may say Christ, Most High, whatever. If they're not teaching and saying that the Messiah, the Son of Yahweh, His name is Yahweh Shai, if they're teaching anything other than that, then you're not getting 100% truth. And then there are some teachers out there that are just they've been brought up, they've been groomed, because the 501c3 charters, those are that mainly goes to the bosses, to the heads of the organizations, churches and religions around the world, because some priests, some teachers that are brought up underneath them, they probably haven't sold out, but they don't know, okay, because they're being lied by sold outs. By sellouts. They're being lied by sellouts. So, it doesn't mean that, everyone who's necessarily teaching, other than Yahweh Shai, sold out or is under a 501c3. It's just that, because those go to the main, those go to the main people in charge, because a lot of people that are just being groomed, that are underneath, because they believe they're priests, they believe their teacher, so they're being groomed the wrong way, and then they go out and teach. It's when they start getting more popular, then they'll be infiltrated. So yeah, because a lot of people, they don't know, and I'll give you a prime example, myself, okay, because I grew up Catholic. Yeah, that's right. Before I came into the truth and knew the truth about Yahweh Shai, because I was just believing, the priest, my family, thinking that it was right, because I just, because it felt right, because I didn't go according to the truth, because just like the Lord says, lean not unto your own understanding, so, just saying that, so the Lord understands where you're coming from, because we all been there, we all been oppressed, we all been lied to, it's not like, no one's perfect out here, we all come from different walks of life. So it's just like me, when I was a Catholic in the world, I didn't know, I didn't sell out, but I didn't know that I was going off, because I was just believing, my family, because they're Catholic. I was believing, the priest, because you assume, and that's where you make an error, when you assume, when you don't double check, because you think, okay, it's a priest, look, he has a garment, there's no way he could, he can be holding truth and information from the people, but that's what you think, that's why when you lean into your own understanding, that's when you err, not knowing the scriptures, because you lean to your own, you know, because you're going, well, this feels right, you know, and this it must be right, because you're guessing, you know, you're not double checking. So you never want to assume, you always want to double check. So that's where you make an error, you know. And well, that's a prime example, you know. So we're gonna go into these false prophets around the world, you know. Take heed, you know, because it's very crucial that you get the true names, Yahweh and Yahushai, and get the true doctrine, because it's literally life and death at this point, you know. We're at the point of you know, where excuse my French, excuse my Italian, where you know, shit's gonna hit the fan, you know. So you're gonna want to you know, you're gonna want to have the right names and the correct doctrine, you know, and you just you're gonna want to just do your best at this time, because the Lord is right around the corner. St. Matthew chapter 24 verse 4, and Yahushai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So right there at the top, of course, if you're following with your phone, if you're following, you know, in your Bible, right there that word says Jesus. But remember, Jesus is a Greek title. Okay, the letter J wasn't invented till 1524 by John Trissino. The letter J is an extension of the letter I. You know how sometimes you guys go to like at a thrift store, you know, Walmart, CVS, whatever. You know how you guys take selfies, you know, for whatever, you know, Instagram, you know, Facebook, what have you, TikTok. You know, sometimes you guys put you know, YouTube channel, you guys have like a selfie stick, you know, kind of like extends, you know. You have like a selfie stick, it extends, or you know, like an umbrella. You know, before you know, you need a little taller, so you press that button and it kind of extends. So that is how the letter J was. The letter J was an extension, like that selfie stick, you know, it extends. It was an extension of the letter I that wasn't even invented to 1524 by John Trissino. So it's impossible that his name is Jesus, you know. It's impossible. You know, there's no J's in Hebrew. His name is Yahushai. You know, bottom line, hands down, that's it, you know, period. Take heed that no man deceive you. So that is a clear indicator if these teachers and preachers around the world are not teaching in the name of Yahushai, then it's not 100% truth. You know, of course, you know, you're gonna get some truth in there, you know, because they're gonna go through the scriptures and all that, you know, but you're not getting the full doctrine. You see, you're not getting the 100% truth. St. Matthew chapter 23 verse 13 and 14. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. This is Yahushai speaking, red letter. Hypocrites. So the Lord, you know, saying same thing with the you know, the scribes and Pharisees of the ancient world. You know, they're back here today. This is why you have IUIC, Sakari, and these false Israelite groups, you know, who are bringing guns to camp. You know, IUIC, you know, they promote themselves, you know, they show up in all gold and all that stuff. You know, they act like this is their word, like they're so smart, you know. Let's see them write a paragraph, you know, on their own intelligence, on their own knowledge, you know. Tell them to write a paragraph on how much they love teaching the Bible, and judge that man according to that paragraph, you know, that essay or summary, you know, because they're taking the Lord's words and then they're thinking, oh yeah, okay, I'm King David, you know, I know it all. But without this book, they would have no knowledge. You know, that's why we can't take pride or boast in this thing, because it's not our words. You know, that's why the true teachers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they're not, you know, in all gold. You know, they're not being put on a pedestal and all that, because these are the Lord's words. The prophets are just simply breaking it down to you the right way, so you can be taught the correct way and you can understand what these words, what it means, because the Lord is very poetic. He speaks in parables. You know, it's like in code, you know. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why you know, you can't boast like these I just gotta use IUIC again, you know. It's because they're thinking like, oh yeah, you know, like it's all about them, like, yeah, I got the power, you know. It's like, yo, you're reading from the book. That's not your book, you know, like you didn't write that, you know. Just me, for example, too, you know, if you know, somebody told me, hey, write a 2-page summary on something, man, I would barely be able to do it, you know? You know, I don't know what's going on right now, and if I didn't read the news, you know, if I wasn't watching, you know, if I didn't have the scriptures, you know, I couldn't tell this story. You know, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on in the next city, you know? So do they. Same thing with them, you know? Unless, like, the Lord gives me a vision, you know, but I have no idea. You know, if somebody told me right now, write a 2-page summary on something, I mean, I could probably do it, but it would be hard, you know? And it wouldn't be, like, as miraculous and as intriguing and knowledgeable like the Bible, because these are not our words. See, so they're taking these words and they're like, yeah, it's all about me now. See, it's like, nah, you didn't write this book, you clowns. You know, these are the Lord's words. So they're taking it and then they're wearing all gold, like, yeah, it's all about them because they got the power. Man, they're a bunch of clowns without makeup. St. Matthew chapter 23, verse 13 through 14. But woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. That's with an exclamation mark right there at the end. Check that out. For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entered to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widows' houses for a pretense, make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive greater damnation. Yeah, because these false Israelite groups, they're all about exalting themselves, you know. Sakari, you know, all about selling, you know, hats, Sakari shirts. You know, what is that? You know, this thing's about coming into the Lord, repenting. You know, this thing ain't no gang. You know, this thing ain't no you know, just, you know, this ain't like, oh, this is the Lakers. It's all about the Broncos, baby. No, this is about the Lord, you know, and it's very important because it's all about teaching the word correctly. That way the Lord's elect can be awoken. This thing ain't about exalting yourself, you know, or about, you know, IOIC everywhere and let's buy fringes and put fringes on our car, put fringes on our pants. That's completely bugged out. You know, this thing is serious business, you know, because when you take this word, you know, the Lord has the spirit on the prophets to teach this word for a reason. It's not just to see, okay, let's see who's smart, you know. Yeah, all right, hey, let's go with these guys. Yeah, you know. Yeah, no. It's about teaching this word the right way so that way the Lord can wake up his hopeful elect. It's not about you clowns. Huh? You know? So that's why when these false prophets exalt themselves, like, yeah, it's all about them. It's like, oh, okay, so you wrote this book? You know, without this knowledge, without this book, they wouldn't be able to do a damn thing. You know? Facts. So that's why the Lord, you know, says, you know, because we can't brag or boast in this thing because this is not our words. You know? We didn't tell this story. St. Mark chapter 7, verse 21 and 23. For from within, out of the heart of men, so out of the mind, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders. So yeah, out there in those groups, once again, IUIC, you know, they're like doing like marriage counseling. They're telling you know what sisters to get with certain brothers and all that stuff. That's completely bugged out. They're going off, you know. And also IUIC, you know, they're selling everything that's not nailed to the ground. And the Lord takes that's a very heavy offense. Because remember the Lord, when he walked on the scene a little over 2,000 years ago, what did he do in the temple? When they were gambling, making the Lord's house a house of merchandise, man, he flipped over those tables and he was beating up those Israelites, literally. Okay, he was chewing them out and beating them up, you know, whipping them. Like, you know, like Indiana Jones, the Lord was doing that with the whip. You know, he was flipping over their tables. Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, Yahushua got busy. You know, Yahushua was, you know, an austere man. He was nothing to be played with, you know. Because remember the Lord says, you know, you make my Father's house a house of merchandise. You know, so that's what IUIC is doing, you know, not to, you know, get on them again, but it's just, hey, they're just doing so much. It's just, you know, they stand out. And the Lord's going to deal with them unless they repent, you know. St. John chapter 1 verse 47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed. An Israelite. See that? An Israelite. Right? Let's stop. Hold up, you know. You're going to get this word. Hold up. Okay, right here it says an Israelite. So it doesn't say Israeli. See? It's the Israelite. That's the proper terminology. That is the proper word right there. Israelite. Okay? Israelite. See, not Israeli. Just to let you know that we're Israelites. You know, that consists of not to go off topic, but just to point out the facts. You know, it doesn't say Israel. You'll never see in the scriptures, you know, I don't care where you read, all right? Jeremiah, Isaiah, Habakkuk, Ezra, Zephaniah, you know, the letters of St. Paul. You know, you're never going to see the words there, Jewish or Israeli. That word Jewish, Jew is us, okay? The head tribes, all right? The Israelites, all right? From the so-called blacks, West Indies, and so-called Haitians, okay? It makes up of the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, all right? But so that word Jew, all right? That's the, you know, pertains to the head tribes, the southern kingdom of the nation of Israel. All right, then the rest of us, you know, from the northern kingdom, you know, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, we are known as, you know, Israel, you know. So right there, that word ish at the end of Jewish, that word ish, that word ish there at the end of Jewish, it means something pertaining to, something not from its original estate. So that's kind of like saying, oh, that, you know, that wall looks orangish, you know, it looks grayish, but it's not really gray, because it's something pertaining to, something not from its original estate. That's why you have that ish, you know. It's kind of like you say, oh, you know, is it cold? It's kind of coldish. It's like it's you know, it's a little bit. It's not really cold, because it's not cold, you know. So that's same thing with that word, that Jew and the ish at the end there, how they call themselves, because they're not. That's why there's that ish there at the end of there, and you'll never see that word Jewish throughout the whole Bible, from Genesis all the way to Revelation. Facts. All right, and then also you'll never see that word Israeli. Okay, it's Israelite. All right, even Apostle Paul told you, okay, I am and also an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin. That word, key word, Israelite. See, that's just another cut to let you know that those people that run Hollywood and that are occupying right now in our land, Israel, are not who they say they are. That's it. You know, people can talk, they can say whatever they want. You know, it's like carpenters. You know, it's like carpenters. You know, they say, oh yeah, I'm a master carpenter, you know, I'm a journeyman. It's like, okay, let's see, pick up that hammer, swing that hammer, let's see, you know, let's see you frame something real quick, you know, let's see you hammer some 16s, some double head 16s in this 2x4s, you know, and then you watch them and you're like, man, you know, hey, you ain't no carpenter, you know, you ain't no journeyman. See, so that's what the Lord's doing. The Lord's just letting these small hats let them talk, you know, because they're just talking. That's why the Lord and the prophet saying, you know, just all you gotta do is just say, hey, they ain't who they say they are, you know. So why get worked up? Why get mad? Because they're just actors, you know. They're imposters. It's just like that carpenter. It's like, man, you know, like they're just talking. Like, oh, he's just talk, you know. Let me see you build that. Like, let me see you build that structure right there. Like, man, you can't. Like, let me see you swing that hammer. Like, oh, like look at this dude. Like, let me see you swing that hammer. Let me see if you're a carpenter. Like, oh, you need a tampon with that swing? You know, like, you ain't no carpenter. You know, like, what the heck? Call yourself a master carpenter, a journeyman? You know, like, nah, you're all talk. You know, facts. So same thing with them. That's what the Lord's saying. They're just talk. You know, they're just talk. Because that's why The Lord says, you know, don't get too worked up, you know. Just, that's all you gotta do is, hey, they ain't who they say they are. That's it. The Lord got the rest, you know. You don't gotta get all carnal and all this. The Lord got all that handled. You know, all you gotta say, hey, they're not the people, we are. That's it. You ain't gotta get into, you know, all crazy, you know, get all shiesty on them and, you know, oh hell no, you know, nah, just chill, mijo, just chill, mijo. It's gonna be all right, you know. The Lord is gonna get them out of our land. How? By using nuclear fire. Okay, the Lord is gonna get those gutter rats out of our land. How? By nuclear fire. He's gonna nuke them out. You know, it's kind of like when you have roaches and stuff. You know, ants. Where do you get that roach spray? You spray. So the Lord's gonna spray them. You know, the Lord's gonna spray these rats. You know, like how you hire a fumigator and they fumigate your house. The Lord's gonna fumigate these clowns. You know, but how? With the nuclear fire. Facts. By those ICBMs. So let's continue. The book of St. John, chapter 1, verse 47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming to him and said of him, behold, an Israelite indeed, whom is no guile. So that word guile there, all right, it means crafty, deceit, to lie, deceive, a trick, a lie. All right, so the Strong's G for that word guile there is, you know, in the Strong's G, you know, the Strong Concordance. That's like your strong words, you know, for, you know, like in a dictionary. That way you can get the true meaning of the word. You can go deep, you know, like, hey, we finna go deep, you know, we finna go deep. Strong's G, 1388, Delos. So that means, that word guile, it means because they have guile. All right, so Yahushua is telling Nathanael that he has no guile because he's righteous, and whom is no guile because he's, you know, he's not teaching like IOIC and all these false Israelite groups, you know, with games, gimmicks, you know, about the money, 501c3 charter, about them, glorifying them. See? You know, because there's no guile, you know, there's no tricks, there's no games, there's no gimmicks, you know, they're not, you know, guile, you know, because they have games, gimmicks, you know. The true prophets are just out there, you know, just playing, you know, giving you the truth. You know, no games, no gimmicks, you know, straight, no chaser. It's like when you take a shot at a bar, you order that tequila shot or a shot of vodka, you know, and you have no chaser, you know, you have that shot, but you have no lime or nothing like that, you know, to no chaser, man, you know, it's gonna be bitter, but you got it, you know. Same thing with the true prophets, you know, because they're gonna give it to you straight, no chaser, you know. It may not feel good, but you got it, you know, it's already in there. You know, absolutely, it's already in. See, so whether what you do with it, that's your decision. Okay, so the Lord is just having his prophets teach his word, and whatever way you want to go with it, you know, whatever you do with it, that's on your choice. You know, that's you. Remember that, you know. Don't blame nobody else, you know, because the Lord has his word going out. What you do with it, that's entirely on you. The book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of devil. Devil means deceiver, okay? You gotta, when you hear that word devil, you gotta take that red character out your head, you know, because most of you, you know, when you hear that word devil, you think, okay, oh, that red reptile, you know, with a pitchfork. No, you gotta take that out of your head, okay? You gotta get that image out of your head. That word devil simply means deceiver, a false accuser, a liar. Comprende? All right. Thou enemy of all righteousness, will thou not cease? See that? So Acts chapter 13 verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety, you know, because they're subtle, just like these Edomites, they have draconian laws, legislatives, and executive orders, but they're not really telling you, but they're doing it behind the scenes, you know, signing the laws and stuff, because they're subtle. That's why they're like they're serpents, you know, like snakes, you know, because they slither, you know, they slither in, you know, they're trapping you. They're creating a siege around all of us, you know. They're creating an invisible wall. Yeah, because, you know, they're very subtle, they're very tricky, they're very sneaky. Remember that guy from Mr. Deeds? You know, he's like, sneaky, sneaky, sir, you know, right this way. That's how they are. They're very sneaky, you know. He's Esau, he's a trickster, you know. Oh, he's a master magician. They are professional liars, you know. Sneaky, sneaky, sir, you know. They're very tricky. Huh? Oh yeah. But that is their gift. That's why the Lord says their words, they tell you, are smoother than butter, because they come up to you, you know, they pat you on the back, you know, get you all puffed up, you know, get you all feeling good. But really, they're building cases on you. You know, look at what they're getting. They're getting these concentration camps ready. They got sleeper cells here, you know. Those of you that are not paying attention, you have no idea. You know, you're fully surrounded. But Esau's still smiling at you like, no, you know, hey, we like, what are you talking about? We hate you. We love you, you know. We have a guillotine just for you. And full of subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, deceiver, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease? Oh, here we go, there's more. To pervert the right ways of the Lord. Oh, perfect, because yeah, they are perverting the Lord's word. You know, they're taking the truth and they're perverting it. What they're doing is that they're worse than Hitman, because they are taking the truth and they're lying to the people. They're withholding them. So what they're doing is they're pushing people off a cliff. So those Israelites especially, you know, remember how the Lord gave you that breakdown in the beginning, how some Israelites, like the heads, the leaders, they sell out, you know, they take a 501c3, but some of those that, you know, don't sell out because they just, you know, they were just groomed, you know, they were just taught, you know, under, you know, teacher or whatever they call themselves, rabbi or bishop, whatever. And, you know, they're being sincere, but they don't know that they're going off, you know, because they're just being brought up underneath them. So they're being groomed wrongly and falsely, you know. So those who do know the truth and they're, you know, withholding information and they're lying, they're gonna get beaten with much more stripes, you know, than rather than those guys who just, you know, because they think, you know, because they think in their mind, the teachers that are coming up under, like the bishops and all that, you know, because they think, okay, hey, like, yeah, like this dude is righteous, you know. They think, oh, hey, my bishops are correct, you know, because they don't know. You see, so they're assuming, they're thinking that, oh, this is the right way, you know, but they don't really know necessarily. So they're gonna get beaten with less stripes, you know, because the 501c3 charters, that goes like to, like, usually like the heads, you know, the managers, the people in charge, you know, the people who, you know, the people who know the deal, you know. You know how they always come up to you and like, here's the deal, you know, like, here's the deal. Exodus, the book of Acts. Lucky, the book of Acts, chapter 12, verse 16. Let's see. 12, no, so lucky. Let's I don't know why I put that there. Let me see. Okay, let's go to the book of Salakia, Exodus, chapter 23, verse 8. Alright, Exodus, chapter 23, verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise. See that? Because a gift, you know, sometimes, you know, what they'll do to make people sell out, they'll give them, you know, they'll offer them, you know, money, cars, women, you know, the lust of the flesh. See? Blindeth the wise, because, you know, people that were like they were righteous, but the wicked, they perverted them. You know, they bribed them. You know, with what? What gifts? See? You know, what women, TV shows, you know, a Corvette, you know, money, see, a check, sellouts, you know. That's why, like, there's, you know, there's bad agents out there, but there are good agents, you know. The Lord is just telling you that there's the both, you know, that there are good agents out there, but there are bad agents who actually take a bribe. They're doing bad things, you know. But it's just the way it has. It's just the way it has to be. You know, it's just the way this movie is. You know, because like, look at what makes a good movie. You got the good man, the hero, like Batman. You know, you have Batman. You know, you have the good guy who's the hero, and you have what? The villain. You know, the Joker, the Riddler. See, so you can't have a good man without having an evil man. See, because they balance each other out. See, so what if you had? Let's just say right now, okay, for instance. So that's why you have the wicked. You know, because they are what's that word I'm looking for? They are they are doing their job, because like, just say like that movie Batman. Let's say if you just had Batman with no Joker, with no Riddler, you know, it wouldn't be the same. So that's why you need a villain and you need a good guy. See? Because they balance each other out, and that's what makes a good movie. That's what makes it action-packed. See? You know, and it's never just like the good guy or the bad guy just totally slaughters the good guy, or the good guy just totally slaughters the bad guy. No, they both go back and forth, you know? Sometimes, you know, the Batman gets beat up and then he beats up the Joker a little bit, and then the Joker comes back. See? 'Cause that's how it is. Balance. You know? They counter one another. It's balance. See that? So that's why you have bad people here, evil people here. See? Because they're a necessary evil. Because the Lord's story wouldn't be the Lord's story without the wicked. You know? Yes, they are evil. They're doing bad things. But, hey, you know, then the righteous wouldn't stand out as much as they do without the wicked. Because if everybody was just righteous, then this story wouldn't be the way it is. You know? It wouldn't be a fight. See? See that? Alright. Exodus chapter 23 verse 8. And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise. See? So, and perverted, see, there's that word, perverted the words of the righteous. Because people who knew the truth, like Nate, because remember, the prime example, Nate from IOIC, the leader, he knew, he used to teach in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, he was right there, and he was right there all the way back with Apostle Tahar. See? You know, but now look at, he received the gift, he sold out. See, there's no way he can have 150 million, you know, just like that. You know, some of these top actors don't even have that much. You know, you tell me this guy has that much just teaching the scripts? You know, a lot of you might say, yeah, you know how? I'll tell you how. That nigga sold out. Facts. Excuse my Italian. You know? Oh, absolutely. You know? All right, so now let's go to. Bear with me. We're going to Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7 through 8. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Because yeah, you know, we're being oppressed, so of course wise people, you know, they're pissed off. That's why, like, American patriots, you know, truth seekers, preppers, people in the truth, people who are noticing, hey, yeah, you know, these bankers are treating us cruelly. You know, we're not supposed to be paying taxes. They see, hey, you know, there's trouble coming, the concentration camps. Yeah, they're mad. That's why people are prepping. They're buying guns because oppression maketh a wise man mad, or woman. Okay, because you know, you see, yeah, you know, we're not being treated fairly. You know, that international bankers are wicked. You know, they're wicked. They're evil. Facts. Oh, absolutely. Like the Penguin and Batman, they're the wicked. You know, they're not pretending like, okay, they just do some, you know, they just rob people a little bit here and there. No, they are the wicked. That's what you gotta understand. The left-hand side, they are the wicked. They're not pretending. You know, there's not like, okay, you know, they made some bad decisions. You know, all right, you know, they probably didn't file their income tax. You know, let's just give them a slap on the wrist. No, they are the wicked. That's what you gotta understand out there. Is that the left-hand side, you know, they're just like the Joker. You know, they are the wicked. Don't be make no mistake. Okay, it's not like they pretend and, you know, oh, okay, yeah, they do a little bit bad, but they're all right. No, okay, they are the wicked. You gotta understand, the wicked, the left-hand side, they are the wicked. It's not like, you know, they just, you know, they made some boo-boos here and there. They made some errors. You know, they forgot to, you know, they're not that bad. They forgot to pay their income tax. No, they are the wicked. You know, 100%. You know, you gotta know that. That's why they have draconian laws, martial law, all these things in effect, because they are the wicked. It's what they do. It's like the Joker and Batman. They are the Joker, 100%, hands down. Okay, facts. You know, and the men of the Lord, they're like Batman. Okay, they're out there for the righteous. You know, absolutely. You know, and the wicked, they're like Joker. You know, you know, just constantly planning, constantly plotting. You know, oh yeah. That they are the wicked. That's what you gotta understand. It's not like, oh, okay, you know, they did some bad things, but they're not that bad. No, they are the wicked. You know, make no mistake. You know, that's why Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10, the Lord tells us, never trust thy enemy, because they are wicked. You know, you can't just, if you turn around, you know, they may smile at you, but as soon as you turn around, you know, they're gonna stab you in the back, because they are the wicked. You know, they are created to be that way. They can't help themselves. They are the wicked. Make no mistake. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. See, that's why there's people prepping, because, right, you know, they see what's going on. They're prepping. They're mad now. Like, damn, we've been lied to. You know, don't worry. You know, we all been lied to. You know, I know. It don't feel good, right? I know. Well, but we're here too. And a gift destroyeth the heart. Going back to Exodus, you know, 23 and 8. You know how a gift destroyeth, you know, a man's decision. You know, because they might be all right, but you know they come at them with a gift destroyeth the heart, meaning the mind, because they come at you how? They try to bribe you. You know, with how? Hey, sell out here. We'll give you a check. You know, just do this for us. You know, all we need is your cooperation, and we'll give you a check. You know, see, but now look at, now you're working against your own brothers and sisters. If you are a sellout that's the Israelite, it's just an example, okay? You know, because everybody has their role to play in this thing. So that's how it is, see? So that's why the Lord's telling you right here, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart, meaning the mind. A gift, how? A woman, you know, a TV show, a check, money, cash. You know, they say cash is king. You know, see, because people, they won't really do stuff like that. But when Esau comes up to him with money, they'll be like, okay, you know, people, they might say, oh, I'm not gonna do it. Then they'll say, all right, well, how about now? Here's a prime example. If any of you guys seen that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Okay, remember that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? And remember, you had the like the two aliens, you know, like the two, like the people from like outer space. Remember, you had the women. Remember, they were coming up to, I think that guy's name was Chester or something like that. Damn, what's that dude's name? I forgot, Salakia. But in that, remember in that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? Remember, you had the two groups, and they were fighting to do what? The two people, they were trying to bribe. You know, I think, you know, the two main characters in that movie that had, remember, the continued transfunctioner? Remember, you had those two Edomites. You know, they were kind of like German. And then you had the women that, remember, they would come to them in all leather. Remember that? But remember, the women were like evil. But how did they want, you know, remember those two characters in Dude, Where's My Car? How did they come up to them, you know, to give up the continued transfunctioner? How? With pleasures. Remember that one time, that one guy, the one lady, you know, they remember the women would come in all leather, you know, and they'll be like, how about now? Like, you know, because remember, they were trying to get him to sell out. They were trying to get him to give the women the continued transfunctioner. How? By pleasures, huh? Women, tits and ass. Oh, absolutely. That's how it is. Because a gift. Because, they're holding on to it, but how do the wicked approach them? Through lust, women, stuff like that, See? And that's how Satan wants you to sell your soul. By how? Women, here, I'll give you the world, give them wealth, power, the basics, cars, see? So that's how they destroy your heart, because they get you to sell your soul. By how? I don't know, maybe women, whatever, the usual. See? Because a gift destroyed the heart. Because that's how the wicked come. They come at you with smiles. Like, hey, hey, Bazan, hey, how's it going? How's it going there, mi amigo? But really, they want you to sell out. And how do they come up to you? With women, smiles, pats on the back. But really, they want you to sell out. Just like that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? And then you had the two guys who were like Germans, remember? But they were righteous. Remember, they're like, oh, they wanted to continue transfunctioner. But remember, towards the end of that movie, they all met up, where the women in leather, like the wicked women, remember, they all met up like in the arcade. And then the two dudes, the two Caucasians, they were like Germans. Remember they were trying to decide, okay, because remember it was about to go off like a bomb, the continued transfunctioner. And then they're like, well, who do we trust, So that's how, remember, they had a trust between the two dudes. Like, remember the two Germans who were righteous, like, hey, give us a continued transfunctioner, we're not going to destroy the planet. And then the women's like, no, they're lying, give us the continued transfunctioner and we'll know what to do with it, But you had to make that decision. Same thing, but you guys out here in the truth, see? So you have to decide, are you going to believe Esau or are you going to believe the Lord? See that? You have to make that decision, see? But the Lord's making it plain. And where these plain upon tables where things are actually happening. But you got to make that choice. Who are you going to trust? You're going to choose these bankers? Just look at their track record. Look what they did to this planet. Or are you going to trust the Lord? See? So that's an example. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit, see? So just slow down, relax, The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So don't be, see, there it is right there. Booyah. Oh, let's read that again. Okay, so that's cut, that's hard hitting. Check it out. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So yeah, because you got to be humble. See, humble your simple self down, you simpleton. Humble yourself down, be patient, not be proud. Like these dudes in IOIC, coming in on a horse, wearing all gold and stuff, looking like straight Power Rangers. Like, look at these clowns. Like, look at these buffoons, Like, look at these dudes, Like, we're still in slavery. Like, yeah, it's cool, hey, if you're doing it right, it's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with doing good for yourself, feeling good about yourself, but exalting yourself on a level like that, you're teaching the Lord's words, not your word, see, there's nothing wrong with having your priorities straight, being a boss, doing good for yourself, feeling good about yourself. But when you start exalting yourself and being proud, especially about the Lord's word, that's when you're going off, Absolutely. See? Because that's why the proud in spirit, look at them, These dudes bringing guns, like Sakari. They're bringing guns to camp. That just shows that they have no faith. The Lord says that he's going to protect his righteous with the angels and the 144,000 and the Lord himself. See? So that means they have no faith. So why are they carrying guns? That's Esau's blessing. And plus, they can't go toe-to-toe with the so-called white man. The so-called white man can shoot. They can't beat Esau at, with his own blessing. That's their blessing, their tongue, because remember, they're subtle, they're very, remember, sneaky, sir, because they're very crafty, they're like magicians, they're very tricky, and also because they have their tongue to lie, and what, that sword, You know, you're not gonna, you know, there are some, you know, I'll admit there are some Israelites out there that can shoot, you know, because you Israelites are good at everything, you know. You are the princes of power.
When you have auto glass damage,
but,
trust Safelite.
You know, the
this
majority
dad and daughter were driving.
especially like
when
these
they got a
clowns
crack
in,
in their
you know,
windshield.
Sakari, you know, they're not trained like special forces and all that. They don't know what to do with those AR-15s or whatever they have, you know. Salaka, you know, because I don't really know about like guns and stuff like that, you know. You know, I don't even have a baseball bat, you know. I don't like weapons, you know. I don't have nothing, you know, not even a baseball bat, straight up, you know. But I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. If you do have it, you know, you have it. But just saying, like Sakari and them, you know, like those clowns don't know how to use that, you know. They can't go toe to toe with Esau, with the so-called white man. You can't beat Esau at his own blessing. That's his blessing, you know. And those of you that say, oh, the so-called white man can shoot, you know, yes, the so-called white man, they can shoot. You know, that's their blessing. You know, those of you that say, well, how good? Okay, how good? I'll elaborate. They can hit a gnat off a dog's ass. That good. Facts. Let's continue. St. Matthew, chapter 11. Okay, St. Matthew. St. Matthew, chapter 11, verse 8 through 10. St. Matthew, chapter 11, verse 8 and 10. Verses 8 through 10. But what went ye out for to see? This is red letter. A man, okay, listen up. A man clothed in soft raiment, because they have all the fancy garments, you know, like the Pope, IOIC. Look, they got fancy stuff. Soft raiment. Behold, they that wear soft clothing, like the fancy stuff, you know, like real fancy. You know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having clean, you know, looking fresh, you know, because, you know, Jake looks tight, you know. And that goes including with you Israelite women, you daughters of Zion, you know, because you Israelites, you guys got the salt, you guys got the flavor. You're the greatest people on the planet Earth. Okay, but you know what I'm talking about, those who, you know, are just overdoing it, you know. Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses, meaning they sold out. They're in Esau's pocket. Facts. The Lord's telling you right there, it's plain. St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 9. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. Verse 10. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Did you hear what the Lord just told you? Alright, just told us. Check it out. St. Matthew chapter 11, verse 10. We're going to end it on the scripture. Very important. We're going to drive the point home. Okay, let's drive it to home plate, you know. Let's score here. Let's do this. Let's go, baby. For this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face. So the Lord sends his prophets. For what? For he can wake up his elect. You know, not to be all glamorous and, you know, let's party and, you know, sell everything that's not nailed to the ground, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Because the prophets are telling you, go that way. Okay, these people are liars. That's it. It's not just, you know, like, you know, grade school, you know, like middle school, you know, elementary games, you know, like, oh, you know, don't believe him, you know, don't believe her, believe us. They're the bad guys. You know, it ain't about games and gimmicks, you know, and, you know, woe unto you. No, it's just, hey, they're telling you, go that way. You go this way, you're gonna die. There's no easy way to tell you. You go that way, you're gonna die. You go this way, you're gonna live. Hey, you ever seen that movie, remember that movie Superman? Remember that movie Superman? Where that one lady, remember she was walking through that spaceship, you know? And remember that same character, I forgot his name, he plays in that original movie, remember the Gladiator? Remember he was guiding her, but he wasn't talking to her? If you ever seen that movie, Superman, you know, I believe it was the first one that came out, you know, remember with Kal-El? Alright, remember like towards the end, remember when that lady, when she had like that, it's kind of like that chip, remember she put it in the spaceship, and then she pressed it down, and things started to work, but before she got there, remember Kal-El, his dad, which was the same character that played in that movie Gladiator? Okay, remember, he was kind of telling her where to go, but he wasn't speaking. He was just kind of pointing. Like, remember that? She was going through different doors, and the other people were trying to like shoot at her, and then he was just kind of like pointing, like, go this way, like with his hand, like hand gestures, like, okay, go that way. That's what the prophets are doing, you know? They're not begging you. They're not pulling your arms. They're just telling you, look, this is the way, you know? That's it. Just like the Lord said, which shall prepare thy way before thee. Because that's all the prophets are doing. They're telling you, you know, they're like your, like those of you that take a vacation, you know, you guys have like a tour guide, you know, they tell you, you know, like let's say you want to go to the Bahamas, you know, and let's say you have you know, a tourist attraction, you know, where they say you have a tour guide, you know, and you say, okay, you know, hey, hi, you know, my name is so-and-so, me and my family, you know, would like to take an excursion, you know, would like to take a journey on one of your you know, your tours, you know. You say, what do you have? And they say, okay, look, they have, let's just say they have two choices. It's not too big of a resort, you know. Let's say they have two choices, you know. Let's say you go to option B. They tell you, okay, you go with this option, you know, you're gonna have jet skiing, you know, you're gonna have snorkeling, you know, and then you know, we're gonna stop for lunch, you know, at a seafood restaurant, you know. It's gonna be this and that, and then they say, okay, oh, how about this tour, and then they show you this brochure, you know. Okay, well, this one, option B, okay, then then you know, the kids, the children, the family, the wife, and like, oh, okay, well, let's see this one. Okay, well, the tour guide tells you this one, and that's what the prophets are. They're just telling you, just breaking it down for you. That's it, you know. And then the prophets are like the tour guide telling you, okay, well, what happens if we take this tour? Okay, well, hey, listen up, you know, let's just say the Jeffersons, whatever. Okay, family of the Jeffersons, you know. Okay, if you take this tour, okay, you're gonna have what's that? You're gonna have zip lining, you know. We're gonna go check out different artifacts, you know. We're gonna go eat at you know, a barbecue restaurant, you know. We're gonna go swimming with dolphins, you know. This, you know, it's full of thrill and adventure, you know. It's gonna be packed with thrill and adventure. See? So, and then you guys, the family, you know, you viewers out there, you guys decide, okay, you know, do I want to take this tour or do I want to take this tour? Do I want to take option A or option B? See? And the prophets are like your tour guides, just telling you, okay, well, all right, hey, you know, because you're saying, okay, well, what's the way? What's the truth? You know, and the prophets are out there telling you, well, okay, if you go to the left-hand side, you're going to belong to Satan and these international bankers, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Oppenheimers, DuPonts, Gettys. See? Left-hand side, the wicked. Remember? The evil. Remember, like Austin Powers, Dr. Evil? That's them all day long. You know, putting lasers on sharks and stuff. Oh, that's them. Remember? Secret underground volcanic layer, because they're underground and stuff. That's them all day, baby. That's them. You know, don't make no mistake. They're Dr. Evil. Make no mistake. Okay? Then the prophets are telling you, okay, well, if you go on this side, the right-hand side, that's the Lord, the angels, the righteous. See? But you gotta make that. You gotta decide. Okay, do I want to go to the left or do I want to go to the right? See? But the prophets are out there just like that tour guide. You know? See? You know? No games, no gimmicks. Just, hey, giving you the message. That way you make that decision which way you want to go. See? So with that concludes today's lesson on you know, the false prophets. You know, it's, you know, the false prophets are out there. Take heed. You know, don't be not deceived. You know, so whatever you're learning, you know, look it up. You know, don't be lazy. Fact check it. You know, get the Carfax. Fact check it. See if what your religion, you know, what you're learning is, if they're bringing out the facts. You know, check them out. That's why the Lord encourages us to, you know, do our own studying, our own research, because once you actually look up these words, go into the Strong's G, the Strong Concordance, you know, the strong, you know, the lexicon and all that, you know, you're gonna see like, oh snap, you know, because then you're gonna be able to make your decision, you know, just like that tour guide. You're gonna know, like, okay, you know what, I can't really swim, so you know what, swimming with dolphins, you know, that don't sound too good. You know what, I'm gonna go with option A, you know. So that's how it is. You know, you have to go through it so that way you can be convinced. You can make your decision. See that? Because you know, hearing the words and all that, you know, from the prophets and all that, that's cool and all. But that's why if you just do, you know, it's not like you just have to like, man, just, you know, buckle down and just study like crazy. You know, just do a little bit of research. You know, stop being lazy. You know, you have all the information in the palm of your hand. You know, just ask Alexa. You know, take Siri with you, straight up. You know, facts. See, because once you look up to the word, you know, look up the words, see what the prophets are saying. You know, it's not like just, oh, hey, what the prophets are saying is the truth. You know, just believe it, just bow down. No, research. You know, double check what the prophets are saying are true. You know, then give an answer, not just, oh yeah, right. You know, like that local. Yeah, but did you even check it out first? Or did you just, you know, scoff and scorn because you're assuming that the prophets are wrong? See? Did you check it out first to what they're saying is even correct, false or incorrect? Or did you just scoff and not believe because, oh, you know what it's all about? Just because you have a 401k and know how to order a double cheeseburger, oh, all of a sudden, you know what it's all about. Huh? Well, break it down to us then. You know, Ryan, you see? Huh? So that's why the Lord encourages us to, get the Carfax, double check, see if what the prophets are saying don't add up. Because it's gonna help convince you. That way you're like, I'm convinced, like, yup. Because you see it, you're seeing it rather than just hearing it. Okay, yeah, that sounds nice and all. But once you look up the words, and do a little research, see what the Lord's saying through his prophets actually add up, then it's going to help seal your faith. See? Then you're going to be like, okay, I believe, So that way, when martial law comes, a lot of you are going to be separated from your families. You're going to have a strong foundation. Because remember, the wicked are going to test you, They're going to put people in concentration camps, guillotines. Facts, you got to get ready, man, because we're about to see friends and family members be put to death right in front of us. See that? So your faith has to be solid. That way you're convinced. You got to be solid. You got to be thoroughly convinced in your own mind. Not just, oh, hey, my family, we believe. No, okay, you have to be convinced, because there's no telling where you're going to be when martial law, these famines happen, Because you can't just, I lost my wife and my children, that's it, and just break down. So you have to be thoroughly convinced. That's why you have to fear the Lord, because you are going to be tested, but you have to fear what the Lord's going to do to you rather than what these elites are going to do to you. See? Because the times that we're entering is that serious. It's that severe. See? So that way, whatever comes your way, it's easier said than done, but you're not going to break. You're not going to fold like a lawn chair like Nick Cannon. I know I use that example a lot, not just putting the man down, but hey, it's true. Because he called himself an Israelite. They took his TV show from him. He apologized to the small hats, who call themselves us, and look, he got his TV show back, Wild and Out, What do you think he did to get that TV show back? Huh? He really was wild and out. Can you imagine? It's despicable. Absolutely disgusting. He really is wild and out. Can you imagine? Damn. This place is out of control, That's why the Lord's coming back, That's why, don't worry. That's why the Lord's coming. This is why the Lord's coming, because this place is completely out of control, That's enough, these mortals are misbehaving. Absolutely, So with that, repent. On your feet, soldier. Stay strong. Shalom.